Hey, good morning, Todd. And I was just inside police headquarters where Chief Steve Drew spoke for about an hour and a half this morning, breaking down the violent crime numbers here in the city last year, but also talking about police community relations and then his department's goals for this year. So I want to jump right into the numbers first. The chief really jumped right into the numbers during his press conference as well. He announced total violent crime had risen about 2.4% across the city last year. Now, one number that always jumps out is homicides. 30 people we're told were killed in the city in 2021. That's up from 25 in 2020. At the same time, fewer illegal weapons were taken off the streets, the chief says. And then away from crime, deadly and non-deadly opioid overdoses also rose, as did suicide. So if you think of all that, that's a lot of trends that the chief really admits he's just not happy about at this point. He says 2021 was a challenging year, not just for his department, but for everybody as a whole, and he's happy to have it in the past at this point. Chief Drew says in 2022, reducing shootings and homicides is the #1 priority for the department. So there's a few different strategies that he's planning to put into place to help with that. A big part of that is going to be police recruitment, the chief says. He says about a month ago, they had about 50 openings in the police department. Those are numbers they are working to fill right now. They just had a class graduate. They have more police officers in training as we speak. He also wants to get more officers in schools. Another big thing we've talked about this past year, a couple of shootings at Newport News Public Schools. He wants to help fight that violent crime at schools. He also wants to add more shot spotter locations. So those are the sensors that pick up gunshots. We've been talking a lot about it here on News 3. In fact, News 3 investigator Zach Dahlheimer talked with Chief Drew about shot spotter last fall. We have that story on our website, WTKR.com. And so there is a lot of strategies, and those are just a few of them, I should say, but there is a whole list of strategies that the chief went through to try and help reduce shootings and homicides in the city. Again, he wants that to be the #1 priority for his department, while also, of course, taking care of his police officers. He says officer mental health is a big issue they want to cover as well. But we're going to tackle more of what he talked about later today on News 3. We're live here in Newport News. Anthony Sabella, we'll send it back to you.